This one being a letter to Goompapa in Goomba Village. However, we're going to be returning it to Parakarry, of course. And see what will happen next if we do. Let's make the long way back to the beginning. Okay, scratch the long, it's not that far. But since we do need to go past a couple of screens, the enemies might have respawned to some of them. But it looks like they have not. The screen is also empty. And also not over here, okay. That actually might still happen the moment we leave Mount Rugged fully. Actually entering the screen with Parakarry. But we'll see. Right, let's heal up. There's also a heal block over here. And let's go talk to you about missing letter. Shh. Plural. Oh, that's the one. Ah, thanks for finding it. I'm so relieved. Actually, I'm also looking for 2 other letters I may have lost. It wasn't my fault, really. If you find them, could you... Thank you so much. Yeah, I knew it. It was not a coincidence there's more than 1 letter lying around here. Of course you lost more of them. Let's go give them to him. We've already got them. Oh, there we go. And that is one of the ones I dropped by accident. Thanks so much, really. Of course, there's still 1 more letter left. If it is all possible, could you please find it too? I'm really scouring this area down here, but so far I haven't had much luck. Yeah, I've actually had a bit more luck, sir. The last letter! You found it! Now I've got all the letters I've lost. Today. Really now? Oh, thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. I wish there was some way I could repay you for your help. Well, actually, to be honest, I haven't just lost letters on Mount Rugged. I may have sort of dropped some all over the Mushroom Kingdom while I was flying. Yeah, you really are a good postman. Whatever people say of you, you are a good postman. Yeah, you know, you're good at finding letters. Do you think you could keep an eye out during your travels? In return, I would offer you whatever help I can. I'm not too sure if I actually want you as a partner with your reliability and everything. But on the other hand, a paratrooper wearing a flying helmet, I cannot say no to. Oh, praise the stars. I wasn't looking forward to having to find all those letters by myself. No, sir. I'll do my very best to help. You shall not regret this. Parakarry has joined your party. Press the C down button to have him carry Mario and fly for a short time. Awesome. He can carry Mario over short gaps that he couldn't jump across by himself. While in battle, he can attack with skydive or smash into enemies using his shell shot ability. Now, onward. Oh, but hey, by the way, if you want to deliver a letter to someone, just speak to that person. I have to be next to you at the time for it to work, though. Keep that in mind, alright? Yeah, all of those letters that we actually found, it did not say for nothing who they were actually addressed to. We are actually going to be able to deliver those letters to those persons, if we actually find them. But of course, only the moment Parakarry is our partner. And that's basically how letter delivering works. And we're in fact already going to be able to hand out a few in this very chapter. In the meantime, we are going to be taking care of all of those gaps we were not able to jump over. That is indeed Parakarry's ability. Now that we have him, we can use his paratrooper wings to actually fly across short little gaps. In this case, getting the Quake Hammer badge, which is pretty nice for all of those clefts running around here. If you equip this badge, you don't necessarily need to use Bombette anymore to take care of these guys. Because the Quake Hammer is of course a hammer ability that can give you an earthquake effect. And it works really well against all enemies that are able to flip. Just like a power block, basically. But I've of course already battled all these clefts, so for now I'm going to be skipping out on them. Just battling them once is more than enough for me, if you don't mind. I do want to battle them for the level ups, therefore I'm not skipping them. But I also don't want to waste too much time, so I'm going to be only battling them once. Sounds like a good idea. Now, first we're going to go to the left to this area. We also needed to skip briefly. However, we can actually also go in this cave over here. There's a hidden staircase leading towards the chest. Something you might have seen already in the background. And this will actually lead to a damage dodge badge, which is a really good badge. Definitely one I want to keep in my badge setup. So at the moment I've got some BP to spare. This is definitely one I'm going to equip if you don't mind. And the final thing we're going to get is the star piece. And that's all we can actually get here. Now, let's return to the right. Because now that we have Parakarry, we're also able to clear this area. Time for us to actually head towards the desert itself. We know where we need to go. Just follow the arrows. And the arrows actually lead to the area to the right, where we actually found the last letter. And there we actually saw a broken bridge. And that is something Parakarry is also going to be able to cross. But before we do, remember this area down here. There's another cliff we can actually fly to now. You might have seen there we can actually find a bubble. It's going to give us our second magical seed. So let's go talk to this guy. Huh? You're talking to me? I don't see anyone else here. Alright, you are talking to me. It's been a long while since I first came here from my home in flower fields. But you're still the very first person to speak a word to me. Nobody ever notices me. The few people I actually see just think I'm blooming. I love a good conversation. Here, take this as a thanks. This is a precious seed. Keep it well and remember me. Magical seed number 2. Please grow my seed with care. It will help you one day. I will remember. Next time we actually get back to Toad Town, of course after the chapter is going to be done, we'll remember to actually bring that to the flower garden. Now, time for us to actually return to the main quest, shall we? Let's cross this final gap in this area. And we're finally able to continue. Ooh, need to be careful though. Looks like there's an eerie little bird over there. Okay, scratch that little. He's not little. Hey there! Hold up a sec, partner. Uh-oh. Just a darn minute. I've seen you somewhere. Did we do something wrong, Sheriff? Yep, very similar. You look a lot like this fella Mario, who's on Bowser's wanted poster. Uh-oh. Now give, what is your name? This guy's actually really scary and apparently looking for us. I think we can get away with it if we actually say that we are Luigi. Well, Luigi, eh, part? You do look like this dude. Well, you're not Mario, I guess. I reckon you can pass. Thank you. That is actually the way to get past this guy. To say that you're Luigi. If you say you're Mario or Princess Peach, a battle will actually begin. You need to fight this guy. This guy's actually an optional boss. Don't mind me if I actually do him on the way back, because actually showing off that you can skip him by calling yourself Luigi is also something I think is worth showing off, so that's what I'm going to do the first time through. But we'll be back here later on the way back to Toad Town, once we're done here. And then I'll battle him, so don't worry. For now, it is time for us to actually enter the desert and deal with this weird vulture later. And this has been the end of the introduction area of chapter 2. Now we're entering dry desert. Be careful in this place, it's easy to get lost here. There's a lot of screens here. I believe it's like 49 or something, it's 7 by 7. And, oh, hello. Koopa expedition time, by the looks of it. Don't we know a famous Koopa explorer? Well, hello there, old boy. How goes the travels, eh? I'm known as Kolorado. I'm an archaeologist, you know. I travel the world. At the moment, I'm turning dry desert upside down to find the dry ruins. My assistants have attempted to gather information in dry outpost, which is near here. Sadly, as of yet, we're having little success. All I need is a clue, and we'll be golden. You're Kolorado, correct? The name is Parakarry. I deliver letters. I believe I have one for you. Hang on a moment. Yeah, of course, one of the letters was for him. Another letter, duly delivered. A postman's job is never done. Oh, good show. It's a letter from my wife. Thank you ever so, old chap. This is just what I needed to give me strength to go on. I know. I'll pass this along as a spot of thanks. I came across it while I was immersed in the dig around here. Star piece. Awesome. Thank you, Kolorado. Nice meeting you. Not too sure how a mustache is growing on the Koopa's nose, but let's assume it's a fake one. Okay, another thing I can actually note, there's another star piece in the screen officially. It's actually in the tree over here. But I'm pretty sure as long as Colorado's encampment is actually here, we're not able to reach this tree. I think in theory we can actually try to angle ourselves in such a way that we can hit the tree, but we need to wait until Kolorado actually leaves here officially. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. There's officially a star piece in this tree, but I'm pretty sure we're not able to grab it quite yet, so I think we need to return here later. In the meantime, I can actually check my map for all of the other stuff we can officially get. Because like I said, there's a lot of screens here. Not every single screen is going to be empty and just meant to help you get lost. Some of them actually still have some stuff for us to get. Okay, this is going to be a lot easier than I thought it would be. There's indeed a handful of things we can actually get through the desert. Just putting them on my notes I think is not going to be good enough, so I was smart enough to pull out a map right now. And that way I'm going to be able to find pretty much all of the squares where we can get stuff. Let's go up here first. Here we're going to meet the first desert enemy. Bandits. If you've been playing Yoshi's Island, you know what bandits do. They steal your stuff, and here in Paper Mario that is not going to be different. Also going to be the first battle for Parakarry. Need to get used to his action command. And also for these guys' action commands. If you're able to block these guys, they're not going to be able to steal your stuff. You can see these simple red bandits will just steal some coins from you. You are able to get them back, but do make sure to take them out in the turn they steal them. Like this, as you can see, and then the coin will actually bounce back towards us. Yeah, there we go. It's similar to Goombario and Mario's jump, actually. Parakarry's action command. And this is going to be a problem. I'm not going to be able to take out all three of you this turn. Because it's pretty obvious the moment these guys steal your stuff. In the next turn they're going to run. Allow me to show you. These guys are out, and the ones that are left, that are actually carrying stuff, they're going to run away. So we lost those coins. But not a very big deal. These guys actually do tend to drop a lot of coins the moment the battle is done, so can easily get them back. Now let's also take care of the second one. I'm really close to a level up, so it might be nice to actually get that as quickly as possible in here. Now let's try to get the action command. No. And yes. Apparently there is hope for me. I was able to get one of them. Now I'd like you to give me my coins back, please. Oh, come on. I'm almost dying here. Luckily I'm close to a level up, so I don't have to worry about healing, I think. But I really need to learn the action command for these guys. I'm not getting a whole lot of them, in all honesty. So that is a worry for later, I guess. First we're going to get the item in the screen. This first screen, north of the beginning, is already going to have a couple of things for us. Hit this loose block over here, and a secret question mark block will actually appear containing a mushroom. Not a bad idea to actually waste one. Otherwise I'm going to be full on items again. But this is not the true secret over here. If we actually hit this block over here 10 times, not once, but 10 times, another block will appear. And you might say that is the true prize. Now it is upgraded to a super shroom. But no, allow me to tell you, this is still not the ultimate prize. We need to hit this block some more times. And can you guess how many times? This is actually a joke that returns later in Paper Mario as well. In later Paper Mario games they really like to use the you need to do something 100 times a lot. This is the first time that actually happens. You need to hit this block 100 times for the true reward. Luckily there's no 1000. Could have made it even worse. But no, we need to hit the block 100 times. It might actually take a while. And there we go. Was not too bad, luckily. Let's go waste an item. A regular mushroom if I can. And why? Because this block will actually contain the first Ultra Shroom in the game. the best HP healing item in the game, which will actually heal 50 HP. And I still need to use that mushroom. Accidentally pressed the wrong button. I still have it on me. Okay. And this, of course, I do want to bring along. The earliest Ultra Shroom we can actually get in the game. So that is for now the only thing we can actually get in the area north of the regular pathway, which actually goes through the middle. Recognizable by the light yellow pathway. So now let's go to the screen south of the entrance. On this screen, nothing but blocks containing some coins. Not going to waste too much time here if you don't mind. Second screen south of the entrance. Just passing through. Because we are going towards the third one from the start. New enemy over here. Here we can actually find Pokies. Oh, there's 4 of them. Help. It's going to take a while. These enemies can actually not be jumped on. That's pretty obvious. So Parakarry is not an option. Let's go to Koopa quickly. Actually hope we can actually learn these guys' action commands as well. There's 2 different types of attacks they can actually do, as you can see. They can actually try to pound us, or they can actually throw part of their body at us. It will actually shrink them. Something that will also happen if we shoot a shell at them, as you can see. If Koopa hits them with his move, he will also lose part of their body. It's going to make avoiding this attack a bit more difficult, I feel. They have less length now, therefore it's harder to actually see them coming. But we should be done here. Got 4 HP. They all already have 2 damage, so this is going to be the end. And this is going to be level up for our party. Thank you very much. Automatic heal is probably the most important thing. The one that's actually staying behind a bit is the flower points. I think I need to upgrade my badge points now. I am carrying a badge that I'd like to use for my setup, so I don't want to upgrade my flower points quite yet. Because there's one badge I definitely want to equip as quickly as I can. Even though it's going to be useless to me if I'm not able to learn the action commands. But let's assume I will at some point. And let's equip the damage dodge. Every time we're able to block an enemy's attack, we're not going to be able to block it for 1, but for 2 damage. So every enemy that does 2 damage, we are actually able to avoid damage completely if we're able to use the action command. Something that's not really working out in this desert so far. Let's go to this screen over here. As you can see, there's a rock in the middle. And precisely above it, we actually find the attack effects C badge. Perhaps I should have waited to actually equip the damage dodge badge, because now I need to equip another one. Let's listen. Oh, a Peach sound effect. Peach saying, Mama! Oh, how do they come up with things like this? Hey, go away, you! Not going to waste any flower points on you guys, if you don't mind. I've just had my level up, so... Oh, look what we have here. Spawning move. Almost forgot about that. Pokies are indeed also enemies that are able to call reinforcements. They're able to spawn new Pokies. Of course, they won't attack that turn the moment they do. But they are able to actually spawn new enemies. They're also kind of summoners, you might say. Might actually be good for my flower points, but I also don't want to waste too much time, if you don't mind. Goodbye. Please don't summon another one. Thank you. Oh, come on. My damage dodge is going to be useless if I'm not able to learn the action command's timing. Pokies are enemies I'm actually able to avoid the damage completely now. But not if I miss the action commands. Now, let's continue. Let's go to this screen over here. We're below the regular pathway right now. And we need to go 2 screens to the right still. So, just passing through on this one. There's a lot of green cacti here. I'm pretty sure they won't hurt you if you actually touch them, but still. It just feels right to not touch them. There's blue cacti over here. It's an indication that we are on the correct screen. Here we can actually find a twister. Whenever you find a twister in the desert, you can actually warp to a different screen. It's actually meant to make you lost, you might say. But this is a particular twister we do want to take, actually. Because this one is going to bring us to an area we cannot reach normally on some random screen. To get the spin attack badge, lets Mario destroy a weaker enemy with a spinning move. Similar to the first attack badge, you might say. We're able to destroy weaker enemies, but now not with the first strike, but with our spin attack that we use in the field. Also a nice way, you might say. Now let's quickly go left on the regular pathway. Because yes, we can actually find an NPC over here. Perhaps not a bad idea to talk to this guy. Hello, fellow travelers. I am in the middle of a journey, just as you appear to be. Other travelers I meet are like brothers and sisters to me. If a town is what you seek, follow this path to the east. A desert town called Dry Outpost waits at path's end. Okay, that's nice to remember. The town that we're actually after is all the way east. But before we actually go there, one final thing we need to address. You can actually recognize it by the 3 palm trees that are in a triangular placement. Precisely in the middle of it, we can actually find another badge. The Runaway Pay badge. Once equipped, we can actually earn star points even if we run away from battle. Normally, if you earn star points during battle by beating enemies and then run away, you actually also lose those star points. But if you equip this badge, you're still allowed to keep them with you. You will still actually get them. And that is basically what that does. Now, time for us to actually head towards the screen that leads to Dry Outpost. Which is this one over here. The tree near the sign actually has a letter, so don't forget about that one. The sign itself will actually say we need to go right in order to enter Dry Outpost. But there's still one more area I need to cover before we're able to actually go there. And for that we want to go south twice. And meet an area that you usually find in a desert. Especially one in a video game. Here we find an oasis.